7 years ago, Daphne uploaded a post called, "No, Prime Minister, it's not all right, and my bank account is still frozen." We all know that on the 16th October 2017, Daphne's accounts were still frozen, and that she left her house to go to the bank for a meeting regarding that very issue. And seeing that both the liars she's writing about here, Chris Cardona and Joseph Muscat, in case it's not clear, are back in the news, unashamedly considering a return to public life, it seems appropriate to read this here at the vigil. There is a line in the blog which resonates particularly today, on the day we are shocked, although not surprised, but to learn that Alexei Navalny is dead. It's just a throwaway line by Daphne, but it does show that she was always aware of the threats to democracy, wherever they may be. This is her post. The Prime Minister told journalists who challenged him about the matter this morning that we can stop talking about the freezing of my bank accounts because, in the case of Minister Cardona and Mrs. Caruana Galizia, I believe the situation is that the garnishee order is absorbed through the crowdfunding. The funds have been gathered. Malta Independent. Another newspaper quoted him as saying that the matter has been sorted because the money has been deposited in court and my bank account is no longer frozen. Absolute rubbish. My bank account is still as frozen as one of his mates Putin's Siberian prisons, and I am living off cash handouts from family members. The money has not been deposited in court because the transfer from the crowdfunding site has a standard delay of several days. Meanwhile, last Monday, my lawyer mounted a challenge to the precautionary warrants. The Minister for the Economy and his EU presidential policy aide have been formally served at the Ministry for the Economy with formal notice of that, and we have been summoned to court to be heard on this matter in a week's time. One of the grounds for revocation of a precautionary warrant is malicious intent. And Minister Cardona walked right into that one by spreading himself all over town, talking about how he only did it because he can't stand my guts and will not be doing it to anyone else. The official ministerial statement released through the government's Department of Information was particularly specific in this regard and has been appended to my formal application to the courts. The crowd-funded money is to be transferred to a bank account administered by lawyers who are not my legal advisors, from where it will be deposited in court pending a ruling on the revocation of the precautionary warrants. Meanwhile, I wish to publicly thank the many lawyers who came forward to offer their advice. The Prime Minister's remarks to the press today were fatuous, implying that what his sordid cabinet minister did is of no importance now because 1,250 people stepped in to save the day. Oh, so that's all right then. And this means he needn't order his minister to withdraw the warrants. But as Cardona told Reno Bugeja of TVM's Dissent, when Bugeja asked him whether he had the Prime Minister's approval or permission for doing it, "I don't need the permission and approval of the Prime Minister," he said. Running commentary, 16th February 2017 at 7:30. Thank you.